Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, back on it again for another week. Heck yeah. Of course, we all hate Mondays, so it is there, it is there. It is Monday, but yeah, we're doing pretty good. Um, I did get some more done over the weekend, not very much. Unfortunately, I was very, very busy this weekend. Um, Busy with auto mechanic stuffs and whatnot. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't get all that much done, but I got a little bit. Let's grab some concrete. Let's go check it out. Yeah, I've been here for. I actually did play um, a few hours. uh, and then I let it sit a while, let it sit overnight and stuff like that. The first thing you'll notice, be like, what the heck is that belt doing? You'll also notice too that this is a modded playthrough. If you're new here, this is a modded playthrough, just to let you know. And if you want to know what those mods are, they're down in the description section. So go ahead and check them out down there if you wish to know the mods that I use. And I do keep that up to date, and it may be subject to change at any time, anytime we deem necessary. Um, and if you have a mod you would like to suggest, go ahead and suggest it. I will let you know in a future episode. Could be next one, or could be a few episodes down the line, but eventually I will let you know why or why not I cannot add a mod. That kind of stuff. And you don't have to be a subscriber or anything like that to suggest mods down in the comment section. But yeah, you can also let me know how I'm doing. How's your day? I'm actually asking you that. It's like, how's your day? How's everybody's day? Everybody having a good day? Hopefully you're all having a good day. I'm having an okay day. It's there. But yeah, as you can also see on the top left, we definitely do have mods going on. So yeah, this is not something new. But yeah, as you'll also notice, this belt here, this goes through this concrete, and then you're like, what's this extra track for? Well, I did set up some track and whatnot. I don't know if we can get on top of it. Maybe not. Let me go where he's at there. Let's see. Eh, eh. Ah. So yeah, I added a new track. So basically, this is going to be the copper line, which goes around this train station here. And then it goes up. Since I had to come over here, it goes up. Huh. Well then, I guess that mod's not working like it should. That mod is not working like it's supposed to. Seems like the foundation. That's the road tool, or the road mod. The road tool mod by Andre Aquila. That is not working like it should. It seems to change the foundation material back to what it was. Or it spawns in a new road underneath it, I'm not sure. But yeah, I did have a road there. I used the road tool to kind of place that. Or to place that. Now everything's kind of trying to turn back into... Oh, maybe it spawned a dual road. Yeah, I think that's what it done. I think it spawned a dual one. Like it spawned another road underneath it. That's rather strange, isn't it? Can I even... Oh my gosh. I thought maybe it changed the foundation type. No, I think it spawned another foundation, or another road underneath. Because this was not like this when I when I built this thing. I'm trying to hit those, trying to hit the middle ones. Uh, yeah, it seems to have spawned a second set of foundations underneath of it. Well, the ones I can hit are the asphalt ones, so we'll just have to... I guess we could just Let's do this. It's gonna take forever. Can I even hit them all? No. Yes. No. What the heck? Why is this happening? Yeah, you can see it's all asphalt, but I think it placed another set of roads underneath it, or in the middle of it. Anyway, oh my gosh, it's lagging. Okay, anyway, well that mod seems to be a little bit broken. It's not quite working like it should, and I can't erase the metal foundations. I can only erase the asphalt ones. But anyway. So I was playing with I was playing with some of the supports, trying to get a better support look. I think this support look looks much, much better. This design here, um, it does look much, much better, in my opinion. Like it's definitely a look. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this because the train just fits underneath it. If we go over to here, as you can see the train just fits underneath that other track, so I can't put anything underneath it to support it. I did have it hooked up to this line here, but then I decided just to raise it up and then pull it up and over. So those supports go down this way. They actually follow this road here that I put in with foundations and such. They actually do follow this foundation road. They're just up a little higher at the moment. So yeah, then they go down this way. As you can see, the supports. So the two, if you can see on the minimap there, the two rails, they kind of split off after this point. That one goes over top. These ones go up and over. I didn't do the supports for this one yet. I guess I didn't get to that part. This did take me many hours to set these up, get the road in and stuff like that. Looks like the road tool is broken, unfortunately. And it's not broken. It's working as intended in a way. It's just for some reason decided to spawn a second set of road underneath of it, underneath of the old one, because you can clearly see the foundations that I put down, or I did, they're the ones I changed. Because what you do is you use the road tool, you place down the road, the one that does the foundations, and then you change the foundation material, which is what I did. So I don't know what the heck happened here. Like there's definitely a second road set underneath this one. Maybe I was supposed to remove the bottom piece. There's a bottom piece to it too. But it didn't... Oh no, these are foundations I put in myself. Okay. Well, I put this all in myself, but you know what I mean. So anyway, this rail is supposed to follow this road. It's a little bit crazy right here, but I did my best to try and get the somewhat line up. But yeah, see. And of course, from last time, the rail goes around this way, and then it goes back into the station. So at least the rail portion is fine. I actually need to place these. I don't know if I have enough iron, because then we don't have to walk back, because this has all got electricity on that. Ah! So there's one, and then 1 car, 2 car, 3 car, 4 car, and the 5th car. Okay, we can actually drive this back now. We're at the Venray station. Actually supposed to be the copper mine. And there is only one on this rail, so we're just going to call it copper mine. Okay, let's get going. Yeah, something really happened with that road, and that's really annoying, actually. Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot that the trains are 25 mile an hour. Oh dear. And we're climbing up a hill, so we're going 20 miles an hour. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to remove that bottom piece after I place them, so it doesn't spawn another set of foundations underneath it. Or on top of it, I mean. I'll show you, I might show you how I did that a little bit, since we gotta fix all that. We might be putting another set back in, or deleting and replacing, to try and fix some of that. I don't know. But the road tool is, it's really useful. It's just, man, what the heck happened, man? Why is it doing that? Come on, train. 20 kilometers an hour. Let's go. Which is probably about 5, I would say. So it's probably about 5. I know I can run faster than this train, so that's the that's the way that goes. Oh, you can also see my awesome looking bridge design here. The curved bits. I was just playing with supports at that point. Are we gonna clip in? No. No, we're not gonna clip in. Sweet. Just clears it. That's good. Yep, and then it just comes up, it meets this one somewhat. Oh, there's the other train. We're both going 25 kilometers an hour. That's a little bit crazy there. There's a little bit of lag going on today. I don't know what is happening there. Okay, so we need a path signal here somewhere. Probably there. No, if I put a path signal there, the train will be too close, I think. So I might put the path signal back here. I need a path signal and a block signal. Alright, so path signal. I'm going to put a block signal here. We're going to have to fix this. I don't think that train's going to be able to go. Yeah, we're going to put a block signal here since path signals can't use stations. And since we're only a single direction track, yeah, it's not going to move. I was going to say, is it going to move? It's like, nope. But since it's a single direction track, just we don't have to worry about that. Okay, I'm going to put another path signal here. Put that on the other side, please. And it has to, and it goes with the direction of the train. So now we should have different color. Oh, not yet. We'll get there. Okay. So if anything is in this rail section, so yeah, that should be able to go there. And we'll put a path signal along here. So you want to put these every so often if you got long sections. That way the trains can still go for a little while. We need more iron plate. Oops. No, it's just going to stop there, isn't it? Yeah, he's just going to stop there. The train doesn't know what to do. It's like, I'm lost. Don't worry, we'll get there. We got plenty of iron ore, so it really doesn't matter. We got to get the system set up before we can turn that train to automatic mode. But yeah, once we get the copper set up, I think I think we can start making... Oh, we need to move on to making concrete too. We need a concrete factory. Concrete factory is going to be a lot easier. There's one less step in there. Also going to be picking up some more reinforced plating. Oh wait, how much reinforced plating do I have? Not much. So yeah, we'll pick up some more. Like I said, I left this on for a little while. That's why I have a good decent amount of resources, because I did leave this on the game on so that I could build up those resources. And also did a bit of clearing grass, or clearing of the trees and bushes and things. Where did I clear? Oh yeah, I cleared the road. That's right. I cleared the where the road was going because it had a bunch of bushes and trees sticking out of it when I placed it down. So I had to go in and replace that. I need a way to keep these damn creatures off of my train tracks. I don't know how to do that, and I need more plate. I forgot the plate. Whoops. Yeah. If you've been on this channel any more than a few days, you know definitely how these types of things go. With me remembering things and me getting things done. I don't usually get a whole lot done. I get a fair amount done. I just don't get a whole lot done. You know, I don't get done what most people would get done. I'd say I'm very, very slow when it comes to something like that. Plus, you know, doing this type of builds and stuff like that. Trying to, not making a plan and trying to make it up on the fly. But I don't know, though. I don't mind doing that. That's the thing. Is doing things on the fly. Also my brain. Yeah. You know how my brain goes if you've been here more than a few days. I got that thing where my brain just pauses sometimes, and it just stops functioning for a little bit. Oh, whoops, that was a block signal. I need a path signal. Did I put down the block signal? Oh no, I put down that path signal there. Okay, so now you can go this way. Oh, these ones are going to go into the ceiling, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. That's not good. I'm not going to be able to see them. Okay, we're going to go over here and place this one. It's okay, we don't need to see the signals. Okay, so now that one will move a little bit further along. I'll just put another path signal at the end of this, right before it starts going downwards. One there. We'll put one right before the hill. There we go. Then we'll put the next one at the bottom of the hill. Right before the corner. There it is. Okay. And then we'll leave this all as one big section. The reason I'm putting down multiples is so that trains can path earlier and they can get on those tracks earlier. That way they're not having to wait an entire huge long section for it to be clear. But we do need a block signal right for this station. And a block signal right before this station. There we go. So now this one should work. This is a path signal. That's a path signal. And we got block signals on either side, and then we'll put path signals on either side of these. So then the train can move. So right now I think it's detecting a train. No, I never did remove that. I think it's detecting that other train, even though it's not even anywhere close. There you go. Now it should be able to path to there. Yeah, you can see it's green up there. Okay, and a path signal here. I just like using path signals better. Alright. So path signal. And we're going to put a path signal at the top of this, right after the corner. Because if you don't know anything about trains in this game, and you're trying to learn or whatever, the one thing you want to remember about a train, putting down path signals, block signals, whatever you like to use, always make sure that the block section, see how they're colored, always make sure that the block section, an entire train can fit within that block section. Otherwise, there's no point in making that a blocked section. Because if I was to put this, say, like here's an example. Right here, this is perfect. Here's an example of what you do not want to do. So let's put a block section there. That train's going to, and let's say we have an intersection that, let's say we have an intersection that goes this way, or so, right? You have an intersection that goes this way. Now see, if I had another train coming in to this section of track, which would be the reason for the block signals, right? This train can never move if a train is over in this section. This train, if it sits at this signal, it blocks the intersection. It blocks the block, which is what it's intended to do. But if you have too short of a thing, now you're blocking off 2 blocks, and the other trains cannot enter the block or anything like that because there's a train sitting in it. You always want to make sure the train can sit in the entire block, and you do not want to have train signals like this in an intersection piece where the train, if the train's being blocked, it can't go any further. Oh, well, there goes the... How did I run out of fuel? I just refueled that. It might have been a long while ago. I remember refueling that. I went and made a crap ton, an absolute crap ton of solid biofuel. And put it up there. And then I filled the things, the biomass burners. Maybe that was a while ago. I don't remember how many hours had passed since I filled that. It could have been a long while. Or it could be we're burning more for some reason. I mean, we do have another train hooked up, but that shouldn't matter because it's not being used. The iron train is, but the other ones are not. And it looks like most of them are completely out of fuel. Interesting. Yeah, see, like I said, I made an absolute crap ton of this stuff. Whoa, we lost a lot of them all at the same time. That's just because I fuel them up like this. I usually will fill I will fill all of these with as much solid biofuel as I can. Like I said, I made a lot, so that when we came to the Monday episode, we'd be able to have quite a few before we had to go out and go chainsawing again. however you want to say it. There we go. And we're back online. Yeah, I guess we just ran out of fuel. But I usually fill them all at once. Fill them all up all at once. Which is very, very nice. Okay. So back to what we were doing. I need my legs, but I completely forgot that's like in tier. That's after phase 1, isn't it? It's like phase 1 or 2. It's either after phase 1. I still haven't got the city center built. And that's what's holding. That's kind of what's holding me back. But also, I'm trying to get the basic resources set up, which is also what's holding me back. Don't you dare go up that ramp. I will kill you. Stay off of my shit. These freaking elephant things. I forget what they're called. They actually have a name. So yeah, you don't want to have a train that can't fit in one block. You want the train to not take up both blocks at once if it has to sit. So you do not want to signal like after an intersection. Okay, you're just gonna go? That's fine. Well, he's already passed the thing, so it doesn't matter. Also, we can get rid of this. Would be really nice is if the devs could update. I said stay out of here. Get. Told you I'd hurt you. But no, never listen to me. Creatures never listen to me. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put it at the end right before this curve here. Even though we can't see the signals, the AI can see the signals, and that's all that matters. And then we'll put one right before the hill here. And the reason I'm doing this and I'm kind of spacing these out and placing them down like this is what's going to happen is we're going to have two trains on the same multiple tracks at the same time, or on the same track at the same time. And we want the trains to be able to go without having to wait. Okay. And then we'll just repeat the process going the other way. So with these path signals, the trains will be able to reserve blocks for themselves. The path signals are just a smarter version of block signal. If you have incredibly complicated like intersections and things, yeah, the path signals definitely help out. I like how you can see the colors on. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I like how you can see the colors on the minimap, and then it went no, you can't see the colors on the minimap. Are you crazy? Okay, so we'll place that there. And I'm gonna place one. I don't know if there's another. No, there's not another one before that. That's split up ahead, so I might place this one here. Turn this into an entire block section. Alright, so here's what we're going to do for this. See, I was going to place it here, then I was just like, there's not really any point. That's fine. So now we're going to put a block signal right here. So now that's mapped out for that train. Now we're going to go up here and we're going to put another path signal. In the same spot as where the other one is. Where that block signal is. Because this is not on a station. There we go. Turn this one orange. That's funny. And then we're going to put a pass signal, one on each rail here at the end of the track line, which is right here. This one can only go here, and then that one can only go there. Okay, so path signal, and there's a reason that one's not working. We'll get there though, don't worry. Okay. I'm gonna put a path signal further down. There, right about there. And then we'll put a path signal on that side. There we go. And we'll put a path signal right before the crossover up here. I think. Yeah, we can do that. I want to put one right before this bridge here. If I can. Yeah, right there. I mean, it might be better to put block signals along long rails like that. Maybe I should do a block signal. We'll see. We'll see how it works. And if it's not working, I'll try block signals next. Sometimes they'll change stuff, and then you don't realize it until it's already too late. You're just like, what the heck, man? Or they change something slightly, and then it just changes how signals and stuff functions, or how the functions of the game work. Let's pass signal there. Yeah, like I said, I might use block signals. We'll see though. Now we'll go down to the next one. That was a bit too short for my liking. But in general, the more signals, the better if you've got multiple trains running on one line. Especially because we might have 2 trains running on this one. We might have to. It depends on how fast the train is. We shall see, though. Yeah, we'll go to here. It's on the correct side, yep. And then we'll put a path signal right along this side. Yeah, it's right there. Perfect. Alright. Now we just need one more block signal and one more path signal here. So there's a... Oh, that's a path signal. I need a block signal here, because path signals cannot... The block that the path signal goes to cannot contain a train station. Which is really weird. I don't know why that's that must be either that's a limitation on the game side of the way the game functions, or it just won't function correctly if that's the case. That's alright. Okay. So now that's set. And now we'll just go along and place path signals all the way along this one, going this way. Because this one ends up going this direction. Because if you've got a single directional or single direction rail, but you would have to essentially do 2 rail lines. That's what you want. That one's a bit in the rock, but that's alright. So if you're doing it like this, then the easiest way to put down your signals is if you put down one going one direction, you'll put this one going down the other direction on the other rail. So that way the train can path correctly. Plus, it just makes sense. Okay, that one goes up that way, so we're going to put a path signal here then. A little bit of a short block, but it should fit. And then we'll put a path signal all the way up by this train station here, which has got a block signal in it. Just right up here. There's a path signal. And then there's another path signal right there. And that should complete our route, I believe. Okay, I'm going to set up the timetable. Edit timetable. Copper mine, copper station. Save changes. Turn on self-driving. Go. So yeah, you can see how far it reserves because these are path signals. It's reserving all these blocks. I might remove this middle one here. And it doesn't matter. I can easily outrun this train. Yeah, I might remove this one specifically and hop back in. That one's it's a bit close. This one right here that we're coming up to does have to be here, as well as the one up next to it. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. I can also might remove this one too. It's a bit too many, I think. Oh, the train goes through you? Uh-oh, I can't move. Ah! Fuck. That's right, though. We need to go back this way anyway. So yeah, I set it up this way, if you couldn't guess. I set it up this way specifically so that the copper train does not have to wait for the iron train if the iron train is sitting in one of these stations. It should be able to just go. It'll be able to just go around, and it's set up in such a way that it has no choice but to go around. I wanted to set it up that way so that the trains couldn't get confused. They'd probably still get confused. Yeah, now we also got a freaking road to fix, a glitchy road. I also put these walls in to kind of hide the side of it, because sometimes when you place in this road, or you're using this mod, if you go in longer sections, sometimes the road floats above the ground, but you know that's the way it works. So unplug the controller. I noticed it was making me stop there for a second. So yeah, who knows? Yeah, we got all this fixed, but first we got to get this. We got to get these miners hooked up. Thought I heard the train, but I was just like, there ain't no way. You can see all the reserved path signals. But yeah, we might put block signals in there if it's not working correctly, like I wanted to. Sometimes you just gotta try stuff, though. Yeah, you just gotta try stuff and see how it works. First, power, which we can get from this train station here. So yeah, I don't know. Here's a question for everyone who wishes to answer. Do you like to see me build more? You know, do you like to see me build and stuff like that? Like this? Or I just build and just have a good time? Or do you like to see, or do you like to see like the work that's already done? Do you want to see like the builds that are after the fact, or do you like a bit of mix of both, like we've been doing? Um, let's see. There's this one here. Now we skip. So one, skip, one. Oh, we gotta skip this one. I was always curious about that. I mean, because I like doing a bit of mix of both, you know, where there'll be some episodes where it's just me designing and building things, and then there's some episodes that are of me just kind of showing off what I've done over the weekend and stuff. I mean, it's a pretty good format, I think. Maybe get rid of all that out of my concrete. I can't get rid of that out of my concrete. So yeah, we'll just go here, and I'm gonna go to that miner, and I'm gonna set. I'm gonna bring power over to this side, and then maybe we'll hook up to there. And we'll bring this over here. There we go. There we go. That's better. So what do we got here? We've got a 30 and a 120. So this will have to be on its own belt. Okay, so this will be a 60. Alright. So this one's a 60, 70, 80, 90, so we need to combine those two. But I think maybe we'll combine them. So we go to logistics. I'm gonna go do conveyor. Let's do conveyor merger. Maybe? No. Or maybe. Okay. If we do conveyor merger here, we'll go that way. Then we could have one coming in here, and then one coming in above it. And then maybe we can... So do like this. And then... oop. And then maybe like this. Looks a little bit awkward, but... And then... We'll just do another conveyor merger so it matches. So yeah, since this one's a 60, I'm gonna have this one actually I like the hooded lift on the outside of the building. Let's see. Yeah, right about there. Probably do. That's a Mark II, yes. Okay, so covered Mark II. And hook it directly in. And then this one needs to go this one here needs to go right there. And then that one needs to go in the middle of that. Okay. So covered lift Mark II. So that's where it should be. And this is where it's going to end up, so. Like that. Then we'll just immediately go over to there. Or should we put like a conveyor lift thingy here? Right, so there's that one, that mark. And we'll put it like... Put it like that. We'll do a covered lift, or 2. I'll grab this one. 1, 2, 3 is what we need to do there. So I'm going to place it like... Place it like this. 1, 2, 3. Covered lift. Let's have that combine. And covered lift. Or cover. I keep saying covered lift, but so right there. I'll grab that and do it like that. Then okay, so this one's the 120, isn't it? No, this one's the 30. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking it was the other, but that's fine. Yeah, and then we'll just connect that like that. And then connect this one like that. Because this one's the 120, which is a Mark II belt. Okay, so what this is going to do is this is one is going to go like this and combine those two. Or it should be, anyway. Let me make sure, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's got some in it. So that's going to combine these two. So then we can just do a regular Mark II. All the way this way. One, two. And then in we go. And then we do a conveyor stacker. Don't know why my voice broke there a little bit. To there, and to there. Okay, that's all of it. That's all the miners all hooked up to these train stations. And then we just go like this. Link them all together. And there we go. We don't quite have 240 coming into these stations, but we have some. We have some. Oh, also, before that train gets here, we need to set these to load. Because I think it's set to... Oh no, it's set to load automatically. Okay, so we need to set the other stations to unload. Uh-oh. Do we have a block in the system? Did a train go the wrong way? Like, that one should be moving. Oops. Oh, I don't have a map, right? Right. I don't have a map. Wait, yeah, I do. So, okay, that's curious then. How do you open up your map? Control M? Shift M? No. If you get this mini map here, how do you open up the map? And I get that you have a mini map, but I want to open up the full one, the full map. Interesting. Guess I'll have to figure that one out. I don't remember reading anything that would say that. I don't know. But we got to go this way anyway to set up. Got to set up the rest of it. Yeah, why would they default the mini map to M and then turn off your actual map? Why would the map maker do that? Like if I had a mini map mod, I think what I would do is it would be like Control M, I think, or have the minimap on all the time and then have just a config on off in the config file or in the menu here, where you just open up and look up mod configs, mod configurations. I would just, to be able to turn it on and off, I would just go into the menu instead. If I couldn't do a hotkey, if a hotkey was too complicated for everything. Yeah, at least the train will be picking up some cargo now. And maybe we can start making some copper ingots. I think I might catch up to this train, huh? Run, buddy, run. Oh, they're meeting in the tunnel. Let them pass by each other. It is seriously like somebody's got their freaking, like they got their train brakes on and they don't know how to release them. Oh, the train's going faster because it's going downhill. And it's braking. It's like, no, I can't go over 25. I'm gonna get a ticket. I think that actually exists. Train tickets. Not that type of train ticket, but I mean like train tickets as in train drivers getting tickets because they were going too fast down the train line. Although ultimately it's understandable because the train line going too fast down that is ultimately more dangerous than speeding down an interstate. I mean, sure, it's dangerous there too, but it's a lot more dangerous on a train line. Okay, that one's set to unload, 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 and that one's, okay, they are already set. Good. I must have set them at some point, but that's good. Okay, so now we just got to go up top and figure out how we're going to, or not figure out, but finish belting our belts. Yes, sirree, Bob. We're going to be making copper ingots in no time, and then we can get rid of that whole copper setup we got going on, which will be good. That'll be another thing checked off the list of our huge, ever-expanding list. Oh, I was emptying this box. I remember that now. I was just like, why? Why do I have screws coming out of this and then going into this merger? I completely forgot that, yeah, I was trying to empty this box of screws. Because we needed screws at some point. We don't need those types of screws or that many screws anymore. I'm going to grab a couple more stacks of those. But now we got a constant stream of reinforced plating, which is good. But that'll be its own factory. I'm going to need to grab even more reinforced plating because we need to make another one of these belt lines. These belt lines, by the way, are temporary, or this one is, and so is the other one, the one for copper. We're going to have to make that temporary too, for now, because at some point, all this stuff is either going to be transported via the main bus, which is going to be in the center road here. The main bus is going to it's going to overlap this, as well as overlap the road. So my supports for it, when I get there, the supports are going to go into these, which is our sidewalk, essentially. And they're going to go up into the sky. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but have you ever seen, if you live in a city that has these, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, that's not good. Look at that. There's a signal there. Fuck. I don't like that. Well, you know what? That'll be a one of those one hit. That'll be one of those wonders of the world. Like, what the fuck is that thing? But nobody ever knows. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the subway. So, um, underground subways. There are some cities that have above ground subways or tram lines, like single rail tram line, like what we kind of got going on here, but a little bit newer age looking. That the tracks are above the road. They're actually up on supports that go above the road, and the cars drive underneath it. And there's a bunch of supports. I think New York City probably still has them. I'm not sure about that though. I don't think I've ever been to New York. I just know I've seen them in videos and pictures and stuff of if it's New York related. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, is that style. I've done it before, so it's not like it's a huge big deal. Um, oh yeah, I forgot that we got some crazy belting going on underneath here, but nobody's going to see it, so it's not going to matter all too much. Okay, so we're going to go this way with it. One, two. I usually like to do this, and then, huh, never seen it do that before. Weird. I guess that'll just be one of them things. And yep, that'll hook to there. So we've got all 5 lines we're going to be sending up here. All 5 lines are not going to get connected, but at least they'll be there. 1, 2. Oh, I'm out of rods. Uh-oh. Go get some more. I haven't actually been out of rods in a while. Oh, I was going to go this way, but then I forgot, yeah. Look at these birds. Why do these things keep spawning in my concrete? I picked up those leaves. Things respawn, which is really strange in this game. I don't know if it's the mods doing it, but sometimes I'll get. I've been noticing it happening. That sometimes I'll get like animals respawn, which they're not supposed to be able to. They're not supposed to be able to spawn within a certain range, and I'll get enemies respawning where they shouldn't. Things like that. Like I don't know if like I said, I don't know if that's a fault of the mods or if that's a fault of the developers. I'm really not sure. It's just one of them things. Yeah, I need roads. Now we gotta go back. Oh yeah. So in order to get back up there, we gotta go up this way. Oh, it's just going to take a while, but it's fine. Once I get my legs, we'll be all right. But that's a little while off yet because I refuse to continue. Thought I was in a horror game there for a second. I just heard double footsteps. Did you guys hear that? I'm not going crazy. I think it happens when you run out of stamina. You kind of, I don't know. It's really weird. Okay, now go back into here. Oh, okay. But this is the logistics floor underneath these. All the buildings are kind of gonna be a little bit similar, in some of them in design. I know definitely all the hey, we're finally getting copper. Nice. Okay, and then our last one here. Yeah, we're finally getting copper ore. How exciting. I'm just gonna go to there. It's so close that it doesn't matter. Okay. So then this. Let's go to here. This one. I said this one. And then 1, 2. 1, 2. We gotta go like this. That gives them a room. One, two. And then into there. And 1, 2. Just like that. And then 1, 2. And bang. There we go. Now we're all hooked up. Holy crap. Remove that. Okay. Architecture. Put in a temporary ladder so we can get back up there. Then we can remove said ladder. Okay, perfect. Then we can put in our foundation. Oh, some of these don't have... That's not good. Yeah, some of these don't have copper in them. I don't like that. Oh, stuck. What the heck? Some of these are hooked up correctly. And they're set. Oh, there's just not enough copper, I think. I don't know. We're just gonna go up top and hope it's all hooked up correctly. It should be. Yeah, it's all hooked up correctly. I did finish hooking everything up, so. I like how these have if you look real close, these things have arrows on them. They're subtle, but they're there. All the supports down here. It's a little bit wild. Alright, cool. Back at the ladder we go. Get that back. Okay. Yeah, we're all hooked up. I just was curious about that. We should be. Yeah, I guess some of them just didn't get It's just the two end ones that had a bunch of copper in them. Either that or it's not set up correctly, but I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see. Logistics. Okay, there goes copper for that one. So that one can handle 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll remove it here. And the reason I'm doing uncovered is so I can see it. Okay. I'll just drag this over here. 1, 2. There we go. 2. Drag this one over here. Just like that. Okay, so this one will handle 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll remove that. And this one will be the last one that gets hooked up. For now. Like I said. There we go. Okay. So now we've got 3 belt lines with copper, or should be having copper hooked up to all of them. I'm going to go down, and now that all this is hooked up, we're going to go down and check. And then that'll be the end of the video. I didn't really... Holy crap, man, that hour was gone. What happened? Seriously, that was... actually freaked me out a little. Gotta say. It was just all of a sudden we were, 1 minute we're having a good time, and we're building, and then the next minute we're out of time. I know you probably think, oh, you should do 2 hours of this game instead of 1 hour at a time. It's like, okay, but the 1 hour is for a few different reasons. The main one being able to upload to Rumble as well. That's pretty hard to get done if the video's too long. The second reason is this one's not a full playthrough. I will do stuff on my own. This one's full of... Why is this one full of stuff, but it's not? Uh-oh, there's something wrong with the belts, I think. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the belts. Alright, we're gonna make a quick ladder up there. It's like, yeah, I figured something weird was going on, but at the same time I was like, well, maybe. So this one's got... all the way up until here, here. So it does have it. I just gotta figure out... I gotta crawl. By the way, I can't stand up. Yeah, it does have... Oh, this one's... You know why this one's full? Because it's not hooked up upstairs. This one is empty for some reason. We're gonna follow this one. Yeah, it's because it's that first car. The first train car. This one doesn't have any in it at all. Yeah, not a single bit. Of course, the very first car is the only thing that was going to have anything in it for right now. And it does make sense. It should be one of the trains coming. They're both pathed correctly. I'm curious about what those trains are up to. Like, what are those trains up to? How are they getting along? We got one train here. I need to name these trains, by the way, so that I know which train's which. Since I can't open my map to find out. Okay, this must be the copper train because it's completely empty. Like, only the first couple of cars have something in them. That's gotta be the copper train. Yeah, that's definitely copper. Come back! Need to hop in you. Yeah. Oops. Copper train. Yep, so it's just switch left. Yep. Definitely did. Yep. And you can definitely tell, too, that other train's not far behind. I don't know how many signals it is behind, but it is behind a few signals. Probably 3, if I had to take a guess. It's probably about 3 signals, 3 block sections behind. Which is fine, that allows this train. Otherwise, this train would just now be able to start going from its other station, from where it was. It's going to be the iron train. Yes, iron train. So yeah, like I said, we didn't get we didn't get anything done this episode. I mean, we got the copper hooked up, and the train for the copper train going. So I suppose that is something. It's not nothing, but it definitely feels like we're not getting anywhere. I think I'm probably, since the week has started now, I'm probably not going to be able to get anything done in between episodes hardly. But we do need a next episode. I think we're going to be setting up for a concrete factory. We do need to get that set up as well. But the exciting bit, I can't forget to, I can't short you guys on the exciting bit. What exciting bit, you ask? I don't know. I've kind of lost the will to do anything. I'm gonna leave this belt drain though. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here just real quick, just right quick, no big deal. And we're going to remove the copper line we got going on over here. And the next episode we'll put in the new copper line, which will also be temporary. Yes. So this one right here, we're going to remove this, set up. Maybe not remove it entirely, but we're definitely going to remove it somewhat. And just let these run dry. Oh, these are still going to be full. But anyway, I think that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. I think between episodes I will try to fix this road. So that next episode it won't look like crap. I don't know how I'm going to do it though. I really don't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, like I said, I don't know what happened with the road. I might remove it. And we really don't need a road there anyway, or anyhow. It's just a really good way of placing down the rails. Like, having this stuff. Maybe we'll dive deep into that next episode. Maybe I don't know. I don't exactly know everything, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time when we do, maybe we do some uh, other stuff. I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll see. We'll see next episode, won't we? But until then, I guess it's a goodbye.